Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to see 1.5 John of Arc. In last video we had seen the introduction of this John of Arc. So John of Arc. John was a peasant girl, a poor village girl, and she was born in eastern France, who led the French army to several victories during this war. So John of Arc, here is the play, and so here is the author of John of Arc, George Bernard Shaw, 1856 to 1950, was an Irish playwright and critic. He wrote more than 60 plays during his lifetime, including major works such as A Man and Superman, 1902, Pygmalion, 1912, and St. John, 1923. He was the leading dramatist of his time. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. So, George Bernard Shaw, he was awarded with the Nobel Prize in English Literature in 1925. So, here is the play. Here is the play, and here are the characters. Robert, Stewart. So let us see, and John. So Robert, here is the scene. Captain Robert D. Baudricourt, a military officer, is seated at the table. His steward stands facing him. Robert says to steward, I told you to throw the girl out. You have 50 armed soldiers and dozens of strong servants to carry out my orders. Are they afraid of her? Robert says to steward. So, Robert, a military officer, is seated at the table and he says to steward, I told you to throw the girl out. You have 50 armed soldiers and dozens of strong servants to carry out. To carry out means complete execute. My orders are there. My orders. Are they afraid of her? It is my order, and are they afraid of her? Who says? Robert. Steward says, no sir, we are afraid of you. But she puts courage in us. She really doesn't seem to be afraid of anything. Perhaps you could frighten her, sir. So Steward says to Robert, oh no sir, we are afraid of you. But she puts courage in us. Who? Means that the John. John puts courage in us. She really doesn't seem to be afraid of anything. So she is a terrible girl, and she doesn't seem to be afraid of anything. So perhaps you could frighten her, sir. So she is a terrible, she is a brave girl, and perhaps you could frighten her. Who says? Steward said to Robert. Robert said grimly. Grimly means seriously. When he was listening Steward's statements, so he became serious. Who? Robert. Perhaps where is she now? He grimly, seriously is saying, oh, perhaps where is she now? Steward said, down in the courtyard, sir. Where is she? She is in the courtyard. Who says? Steward. Robert goes to the window and asks the soldier to send the girl up. Robert goes to the window and asks the soldiers to send the girl up because she was standing in the courtyard, and so that's why Steward says to the soldiers, please send her up. The girl enters. She is a well-built, strong country girl of 17 to 18 years. What was her external appearance? She was just 18 years old, and she was a well-built, strong country girl. The squares glare neither frighten her nor stops her. She speaks confidently. She was a confident girl. she was a confident girl because she was the youngest, just 18 years old, and she enters just John. John means she was a poor village girl, but she was a confident girl. She was a durable girl. John said, John, that's a poor girl. Good morning, Captain Scare. Good morning, Captain Scare. You are to give me a horse and armor and some soldiers and send me to the Dauphin. Dauphin means one of the son of king. So John says, good morning, Captain Scare. Captain Scare. Scare means a person of high rank. Good morning, Captain Scare. Square means sir, like it is a degree. Square means a person of high rank. You are to give me a horse and armor and some soldiers and send me to the Dauphin. Who says? John says to, Robert. Robert says, this girl is mad. Why didn't you tell me so, you blockhead? What is when he listens to the statements of the John? So Robert says, oh, this girl is mad. And why didn't you tell me so? You blockhead. You blockhead means you are a stupid man. You don't tell me anything about this girl because she is looking mad. Who says? Robert says. Steward said, sir, do not anger her. Give her what she wants. Steward suggesting to Robert, oh sir, you don't say like this. She is a man, but do not anger her. Do not get angry with her and give her what she wants. What is she asking to take from you? So you should give her. And you don't anger and you don't say she is a mad girl. Robert says, I shall send you back to your father with orders to put you under lock and key. Oh, Robert says steward, what does he say? Oh, I shall send you back to your father with orders to put you under lock and key. You don't suggest me, you don't order me. Otherwise, I will send you back to your father. Who says? Robert says to steward. Then John says, you think he will scare? But it won't happen that way. You said you would not see me, but here I am. So John was a terrible girl. She was a confident, and she was speaking to Robert. And what she says, you think you will scare? Means what you are thinking, you are square. You are a person of high rank, but it won't happen that way. You said you would not see me, but here I am. What you are thinking about me? You said you would not see me, but I am here. Robert says, so you are assuming. Assuming means taking for granted. You are assuming that I will give you what you want. Robert says to John, oh, what you are assuming, what you are granted, that I will give you what you want. John says, yes, square. Square means a person of high rank. Means he is a reputed one person. So John says, yes, square. And continues busily, a horse will cost 16 francs. It is a big amount of money, but I can save it on other armor. I don't need beautiful armor made to my measure. I can find a soldier's armor that will fit me well enough. I shall not want many soldiers. The Dauphin will give me all I need to free Orleans. So John, a poor girl says, a confident girl, what does she say to Robert? Yes, sure. Yes, sir. A horse will cost 16 francs, and it is a big amount of money. So, what is the cost of the horse? It will 16 francs, but it will be high cost, high amount of money. But I can save it on other armor. And so, I don't need beautiful armor made to my measure. I can find a soldier's armor that will fit me well. So, What type of armor I need? I need a means the soldier's armor that will be keep me fit and fine. So I shall not want many soldiers. I don't need any type of extra soldiers. Just only enough soldiers should be with me. And the dauphin will give me all I need to free Orleans. Robert says, shocked, to free Orleans? John says, simply, yes, square. As yes, sir. 3 men will be enough for you to send with me. Polly and Jack have promised to come with me. Just I don't want a big army. I don't want many soldiers. Just I want only, how many members? Just 3 men will be enough for you to send with me. One of them, Polly and Jack, and they have promised to come with me. Robert says, you mean Monsieur? Monsieur means Mr. You mean Mr. D. Polanyi? John says, yes, square. Yes, sir. Jack will come willingly. He is a very kind and gentle man. John says to Robert, yes, sir. Yes, he is ready to come with me, and he is willingly to come with me, Jack. And he is a very kind and gentle man, and gives me money to give to the poor. I think John Godse will come, and Dick the archer and their servants, John of Horncourt and Jolene. There will be no trouble for you, square. I have arranged it all. You have only to give the order. Just you give me the order, sir, because I am ready to go there. And just I want only 3 of the soldiers. That is mean that the square job. And Polly. So, and I have arranged it all. You have only to give the order only. Robert says to the steward, is this true about Mr. D. Polanyi? So Robert asked to steward, oh steward, what is this? Is this true about Mr. D. Polanyi? Steward says eagerly, yes sir. And about Mr. D. Medes too? They both want to go with her, sir. So steward says to Robert, yes sir, both are they ready to go with John. Robert says, goes to the window and shouts into the courtyard, send Mr. D. Polanyi to me. Will you? He turns to John, get out and wait in the yard. John says, smiling brightly at him, right, square. She goes out. So Robert says to the steward, go with her and stay within. Call and keep your eye on her. I shall have her up here again. So Robert says to the steward, you should keep eye on her, because I shall have her up here again. Because I am sending her there, no? So that's why you should keep your eye on her. The steward retreats hastily, betraying D. Polanyi, and a French guard enters, salutes, and stands waiting. And in the meanwhile, these persons enters and they salutes and stands waiting in the court. Robert says, oh, she says you, Jack and Dick have offered to go with her. What for? So Robert is asking to these persons, because they came to the court and they salute Robert, and so Robert is asking them, the Jack and Dick. So he is asking Jack and Dick, both are you ready to go with her? What for? What is your opinion? Do you take her crazy idea of going to the dauphin seriously? Means, are you ready to go with her? Because it is a crazy idea, going to the dauphin seriously. Dauphin means, there's a son of king. So Polanyi said slowly, there is something about her, it may be worth trying. Robert says, oh, come on, Polly, you must be out of your mind. Polanyi said, "Omute, oh, what is wrong with it? The dolphin is chinoon like a rat in a corner, except that he won't fight. The English will take Orleans. He will not be able to stop them." Okay, so this is the conversation between the Robert and Polanyi. And so the Robert says to the Jack and Dick, means whether they want to go with the John. So this is the conversation between the Robert, John and Polanyi. So let us stop here, and next we will continue in the next video. So that's it for today. And so read this play, read at home. Thank you.
गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट। बच्चों हम हिंदी व्याकरण का